Conversations with Nicole. Cole. Conversations with Nicole. Let's talk about it. Tell me all about it. I'm here. I wanna know what's on your mind. Ooh, the world needs to hear from you, and I'm so glad to have a conversation to reach the nation. And it's all about you. We'll help each other to discover innovative ways to positively change the world. Let's talk about. Let's talk about. Yeah. Let's talk about conversations with Nicole.
Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am Nicole Everett, your host, and my very special guest today is Mr. Darian Davis, the Executive Director of Link Up Tally. Welcome, Darian.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So, born and raised in Tallahassee?
Born and raised.
What high school?
Ricketts.
Ricketts.
First class of the Raiders.
Oh,
They waited till I got to the 12th grade to change the name. I messed up.
but Redskins for life, right? Okay, cool. So, what prompted you to start Link Up?
Well, make this long story kind of short.
Okay.
So, I grew up in the lower income community. South City Project, Hollyfield, all my family we come from those lower income communities. And I was one of those kids who had a lot of potential. But, how they say, the product of your environment. So growing up in that box, you can't really see certain things. You see the same stuff.
Right.
And that start to become your influence. So my potential started to go away, and I end up getting in some trouble, having to serve some time, things of that nature. So while I was doing my sentence, my bid, so to speak, I just had a revelation. I wanted to, for one, find myself, and then finding myself, the Most High gave me the vision of what's going on around me. I wanted my son to see something different. My son was born while I was incarcerated. So that was really the building of me, because I thought about what kind of man I wanted him to see. And when I thought about him, I began to think about his friends. And that led me to think about my life and my friends and what we had. And it just prompted me to really do something.
Gotcha. So started Link Up in 2015.
2015.
And tell me more. I mean, I kind of know, but I want to hear from you. Like, what does Link Up mean to you? Link Up Tally. What does that mean to you?
Well, it's an organization now, but to me, it's a movement. So we have, us melanated, beautiful people come a long way in this country.
We hear what?
And it was a power movement, and some things that was in place for us that drew us closer together, taught us how to be each other's backbone. So really, that's what Link Up is really all about, trying to create a system of education for us. We taught certain things in school that's not really history, so to speak. So we have to enlighten the youth on who we or they really are. And with doing that, it's showing them something different outside of that box I always speak of. Got to show them what real life is. And a part of that is Link Up. So it's drawing other organizations, like-minded, like-hearted individuals to come together with whatever resources we can to help each other out. Trying to build a community of my own.
You are building a community.
I appreciate it. Got a long way to go.
Yeah, but, you got to start somewhere. You have definitely made some strides. And so talk about some of who your community is that you're building.
Well, for one, it's the lower income. That impoverished mind state. It's those individuals. who really got the hope and want to see the light, but they are still kind of dim. You know, somebody got to come in and open up a window. And so my community is really those individuals who want to link up with me to help open up these blinds so others could see how to open up some doors. Really, we trying to knock down some walls, you know, things of that nature. So I touch some of the youth, and that's really my primary focus. But with focusing on the youth, you have to focus on the adults, you know, the parents, and bringing the things that they need, because it starts in the home. So if the mom or the dad, you know, don't know, somebody have to enlighten them. If they don't have, somebody have to help them to gain so they can pass it down to the young ones. You know, a lot of us, one thing about our culture, we don't have that much to pass down.
We don't, but we do. We don't, but we do. So you said primarily is South Side. So
And the North.
and North Side, you do some with Joe Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Basin Street, really.
Okay.
High.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So we talking Tallahassee, South Side, North Side, but particularly those who are in, you know, low income communities, right? And so talk about some of the activities that you do with the young people.
Do everything. I got, you know, so Link Up got a bus. The kids call it the party bus.
The party bus.
Yeah, I got a decorated like party bus with the LED lights.
Okay.
TV screen.
I've seen the bus around town. I didn't know it was a party bus, but
That's what they call it. That's a party bus.
Okay.
Gee.
Mr. D.
Yeah, so I go, before I got my center, I just got a center. About to be a year that I had the center.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. I've been, you know, I ride under the radar a little bit. But I pick them up and I just take them around to different establishments. I got the center in Railroad Square because the kids seem to love Railroad Square. They love the arts and things of that nature. So I take them to the different art shops. We've been down to the plant and did all sorts of things. I take them sometimes just to the park. I take them to the beach. Take them to Wakulla Springs. You know, we get on the boat. You know, some things that they never done. I like to show them nature because, you know, you got to have an appreciation for nature.
You do.
Mother Earth's so beautiful.
Indeed.
And that really expands your mind. At least it did for me. But, yeah, I take them to all sorts. I try to take them to any event that I'm invited. If kid-friendly.
Yes.
You know, I try to make sure I pull up with them. Take them fishing. Shout out to Tim Mosley with that fishing thing, too. They had a blast.
Okay.
But we, I just, whatever my heart is led to do that I feel like I wanted to do as a youngin' or could have done more of, or ideas. I get phone calls all the time. And people ask me, have you did this or did that with the kids? That's a great idea. And I'm making my next thing and done everything. We've done the obstacle course at the Reds. We hung out there. We've done our own Juneteenth events, things of that nature.
Okay.
No limit to it.
I'll see you at opening nights with the children.
Everywhere. Me and that busting them babies everywhere.
Indeed you are. Indeed you are. And so what is the greatest joy for you with the work that you do?
Being an influence to them kids. It's, you can see the light go off in their eyes. You know, what they used to call them when we was younger, the doe eyes, stuff like that, just from them doing certain things. I just partnered with DJ Little Boy. Shout out DJ Little Boy with the RC car.
Yes.
So that's going to be actually part of our summer program. We're teaching the kids how to build those things and make them go to these incredible speeds.
Correct.
And we do
and they can race and compete, right?
Every first Sunday, right down in Anita Favors Park. We've done it the last 2 months. And so the kids never really seen them. They know about remote control cars, but they haven't seen a remote control car go 96, 99 miles per hour.
Right.
And so for us taking them out of that, they excited about it, you know, and ready to build, taking them to the studio with at Golden Sound. Shout out to AD and Golden Sound. We've done projects with those kids for a while. But they,
You all did a music video with AD, didn't you?
yeah,
Okay.
we got a single we working on.
Okay, you got a single you working on. All right.
Yeah, that's gonna be life changing right there.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Stuff like that.
Mhm.
I just love to see how they, when you show them something new, how they just hold on to it. They grab it like a big hug. They love it, and you know, a lot of individuals don't expect that from you, from those communities. You know, like I said, I was one of them, so I know how it used to be. I know how my friends were, you know, and I'm just trying to do what I can.
Indeed. You're doing a great job. Now, how do you get the parents involved?
Well, I always go around and I hold quarterly registration. I'll go into the community and I'll just do a big cookout, and I have the sign up sheet, you know, for the kids. Cause sometimes you gotta cut some children too. You know, you can't be scared to cut them off. Cause they'll get out of hand.
Gotcha.
But with me, I always do a community engagement, and I bring resources, you know, resource fairs and things like that. Or we also do the HIV and AIDS awareness.
Okay.
Testing. Shout out to Rob at Big Ben Cares, Rob Lindsay. Thank you, buddy. but so with things like that, and I always give incentives to the parents
Okay.
to make sure they're involved. I go down to your hometown and do some wholesale shopping with like clothes and sandals, you know, the accessories and stuff that women like, even weed.
And give them some things that they
Stuff that
to get them involved. Gotcha.
you always got to get selling.
Okay.
I always try to tell people all the time, you got to attract the crowd. It's more than just, oh, we can do this. Free food. You know, everybody like to come with free food.
They do.
It take more than that.
Yeah. Now, you recently were honored by the United Partners for Human Services.
Yeah.
Tell me about that experience for you.
Honestly, that was dope.
Yeah.
I don't do it for recognition, you know, but it really does feel good to be seen. You know, like I told you, they see me.
See me.
See me. It's, the hard work is paying off. You know, I've been denied so many grants. All the local ones I seem to get denied. And that's fine because I do it from my heart, and you know how I grind for it. So it really didn't matter about that, but just to know it's like they respect what I'm doing. Like, it's not being swept under the rug. It can't be overlooked anymore. You got to pay attention to our community now. And that's the joy about it. When I say they see me, cause when you see me, you see my community, you see my people, you see, you know what I'm saying, those I love and I grew up with. I've been around forever. You see that real culture. You see the struggle.
Right.
You see somebody crawling and digging out that hole, you know, trying to get out that box.
Yeah.
And that's what they need to see. A lot of people doing a lot of things around here. And I can go long-winded on that. But it's a lot of people saying they're doing a lot of stuff. They get the funding, but in the areas where I am, I'm the only person they see.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like what they're doing, what we really doing. So it's good to know that they see it.
Yeah.
In my eyes, now you see me, it's time to turn this thing up. Full court press, as they say on the basketball.
Indeed. Speaking of basketball, weren't you involved with a basketball tournament?
Yeah, so I was working with the sheriff office to do the basketball tournament. But, you know, Mother Nature and this weather had to knock it down twice.
All right. You gonna try it again? You'll see.
I see.
Okay. I got you.
You know, a certain way I like to do things, and politics get in the way of that. When you try to reach a certain people, you can't let politics get in the way of that. You know, you got to be, how they say, unorthodox.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to have an unorthodox way of thinking, an unorthodox approach to things. You want to stick by the book. The book don't work over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you look at us, you know, they paint a lot of the stereotype and they senses and things of that nature off of us going against the book, right? So why would you come with the book approach?
Right.
And then you stifle the people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not, if it's a community engagement, they need to be engaged, right? You need to do something that make them feel more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, so I've done the basketball tournaments. I got a partner, shout out Dennis. But we do our basketball tournament. And so we've really been eager to bring our tournament back, and working with them and doing that has kind of been holding us up.
Gotcha.
And I just don't want to be held up.
I understand. I get it.
So that's the hesitation.
Well, I think sometimes community can come to other parts of the community with what they believe needs to happen, as opposed to asking the community that they're approaching, what do you need?
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
So I think you serve as a clear voice, if you will, for the population that you serve to express what the need is, because you are engaging with them on a daily.
Daily.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been there all my life.
You've been there all your life. That's where you grew up. Yeah.
Probably won't ever leave. If I could, I'd buy land and build a big old village.
You live over there anyway, so hey, you're not far. So I want to talk about maybe some of the challenges that you are facing with Link Up.
No.
And not to harbor on the negative, but just...
I like challenges anyway, so,
Okay.
you know, that keep me going. But, you know, it's getting a lot of people to really see what's necessary and what's needed in these communities, and partnering and really funneling this money that they've been moving around this government system over there where it's really needed. You know, that's my biggest struggle, because I sit, you know, going to all these meetings and do all these grant proposals and emails and things I get invited to. I hear what they're saying, and it's like, it really just eats me up, because there's no real relativity. And then when you have that relative voice in the room, you're not paying it any attention. And so that money keeps getting moved around, and it's still like the disparities in that area are becoming greater. You know, that's why so I'm having to watch the violence increase, and, you know, parents losing the kids. Some of the kids that I engage with are losing their lives. You know, some of these youngest that I know. Then you got some who are really just crossing over into that other life.
Yeah.
Because they don't feel they have what they need, and they know that Mr. Davis or Mr. D or Mr. Diddy can't go but so far.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it looks like I'm by myself. When I bring certain volunteers, some people come out to want to help, they gravitate to them, but it's still like, it's not enough.
Yeah.
You know, we need more. They said take a village to raise a child. I've been saying that since I was a child. And I can honestly say I believe in that, because my mama couldn't teach me how to build, man. You know, she couldn't do it all on her own. And it was individuals who came through the Boys and Girls Club that we used to have in South City before they went up, you know, spread abroad. But it was some of those individuals who interacted with us, talked to us. You know, we can express certain things. And they knew how to check us in certain ways. You know, get down on our level to make us look up to them a little bit. And that's what they need to see. So that's my only real struggle. I don't harp on the money. I just harp on how I see the money getting utilized.
Gotcha.
It's not getting utilized in the way that it should. It's not going to them kids that they should, you know. Farm share and things like that, that's good. But you got a lot of moms who can't cook. Like, you know, So they just storing that stuff up. If you got a vast majority of malls, and I ain't hating, but they like to sell their food stamps, you know, and things of that nature. What do you think? Cooking.
All right.
Oh, you got a lot of microwave babies
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of these babies having to really raise themselves. We had it when we was coming up, but it's a lot more now. It's a vast majority of these youth in these communities raising themselves.
Yeah.
You got stronger drugs out here and everything now. So it's really needed. It's really more of a village needed today than it was. And it's sad to see that it's such a great need for it.
Yeah.
And it's thinner than it was, you know, back in our days.
Gotcha.
That's really it.
Okay. Talk to me about some of the successes.
The success,
Mm-hmm.
the videos, the joy, how the kids look forward to it. It's new relationships have been built, you know. We got kids that's coming up and doing their own stuff now in the studio. They making their own little tracks. It's I've got to watch a lot of these youth really develop
Mm-hmm.
and blossom into something other than what the environment, you know what I'm saying, was trying to do it to them. So that's success. That's success, the joy, that's the fact we keep going. And it's more kids looking forward to it. I can go on any side of town and they on the bus, man, when you gonna come pick us up? You know, it's that longing and looking forward to jumping on that bus. That's the greatest success in the world, and that's what money came by right there.
Yeah.
Because that's changing the narrative. When you show these kids something else and you're building out more and more programs and you're getting these kids, we gotta understand something. Them kids, they're our future. They're our trendsetters. Everything we gonna need, we get old, 40. They call me old already. I get out there and run with them till my heart about the bus. But, you know, my knees gonna give out, full, back gonna be gone. Who we gonna have to lean on? So you got to change the narrative. And then when you see those kids checking other kids, you know, the ones that get on the bus have been on the bus for a while. Then you got the new kids who move into the neighborhood and then they start getting on the bus. These kids telling them, I don't even have to post rules on the bus no more.
They tell them, huh?
They tell them.
Okay.
They gonna get put out. You can't be doing it. And they know I'm a believer. You know, we got to look out for each other. You know what the Bible say? One piece of leaven is the whole loaf.
Mm-hmm. All right. Amen.
That's what we gotta do. So that one,
Indeed.
gotta check it out.
Indeed. So, what are your hopes for Link Up in the future? Future plans, future hopes, future dreams, aspirations.
Great big center.
Great big center.
A great big center.
Okay.
I want to build a nice community, you know, where it's like gated, where we got like a little school, a clinic, you know, affordable housing and all that. I really want to have a real community.
Okay. Nice.
I really do. Have our own little territory.
Nice. Nice.
It get bigger now. It get really big. And I want to link up boat that could, you know, get us back over there.
Mhm.
You know, I have some land over there already. Sitting away. Build a tree.
Okay.
It grows every day, I'll be honest.
I'm sure.
It really does.
Whatever you can imagine, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You can see it, you can take it. What I say, I don't care if I just see it in the magazine. I can have it.
Yeah.
I want the kids to know that. So you build that out, and then when they see more, and they believe they can have more, you got more of them going for it.
Mm-hmm.
Changing that narrative.
Yeah.
You know, uncle or daddy and all them that like to sit at the store all day ain't got that effect on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of uncle and daddy, I'm sure the children look up to you as such. What does that feel like for you?
Yeah, good.
Good, good.
But I don't want to be old, so I don't want to be Bible. I'm big bro.
Big bruh. Okay.
That's big bro.
Okay.
I take that.
Gotcha.
That's what I call.
Okay. Mm.
But nah, it's feels really good.
Yeah.
Look to that. That influence. It's everything, you know. really not, like I said, not about the recognition, but it's really about what they see when they see me.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody got to stay the course.
Yeah.
And then it's a whole story of individual who changed
Mm-hmm.
completely. And they can have it. So they know, as long as they see it, they know they can do it. And that's what I want you to know. That's all it's really about. So you know it's not about where you come from. It has nothing to do with how you grew up, you know. It's on you. It's your mind and your heart.
Mind your heart.
That's it.
How can this community support you and link up?
Holla at me. Come on out with them babies. Come on out. Spend some time. Time is everything. You know, people say, we put a lot of emphasis on money.
Mm-hmm.
Money is a tool. Time is necessary. Time is something that you give that you can't get back. You know, it's invaluable. You can't put a dollar amount on time. We go to these jobs, and I swear, a lot of us feel like we underpaid for our time. You know what I mean?
I do.
But it's time those kids need that. You know? Not just the kids, but they parents. They need somebody around that they can talk to. You'll be surprised how people open up when you just start coming around. They need to see. You know, and then when you're present there, you'll see what disparities are there, and you'll see what's necessary. I do this from a working man's salary, but I'm still going. I've been doing this for 9 years now.
Yeah.
You know, and
While working a full-time job.
that's how we gotta do it. But it's possible. So it's not all the emphasis on the money. It's really the time.
Yeah.
They need that.
Mm-hmm.
Come spend time with me, and babies, man. Help me.
Love it. All right. And then my final question is, what do you believe is your greater work, which would be sort of the equivalent of your superpower?
My superpower.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my boys look, you know, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I love just being human. I could really be human. Empathy. Family. I know I can't judge because I know my past, my life, you know, the thing that I've overcome. It's just being that human that, you know, it's going to be all right. You can do this, we can do this. You know, motivation. I'm very motivational and think I was, but, you know, get the crowd going. Yeah.
Indeed you do.
See, that superpower there, partner.
Indeed you do. Well, thank you, Mr. D. Darian, for spending some time with me today.
Thank you for having me. I made it, Mom. You feel all that? Made it over here. You successful.
Oh my gosh, you made it. You made it here, and I'm so glad I made it by having you here. So I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. You believed in me from the beginning.
Absolutely.
And support me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Miss Nicole.
You're welcome. And thank you all for joining us on Conversations with Nicole, where we are connecting the community through conversation.
Manly Manor, an executive suite nestled in Tallahassee's J. Gaither Park, offers a 4-bedroom house with a chef's kitchen and luxurious amenities. It's close to FAMU, FSU, the airport, and the historic J. Gaither Golf Course. Your home, away from home. Book today at manlymanor.com.